All right, what's going on? I'm here with Mariana. How's it going today?
It's going very well. Thank you so much for having me, Nate.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I'm excited to talk to you. You're a very big pillar in the stand-up comedy scene here, both
Thank you.
in Spanish and in English.
Thank you.
And I'm just curious, like, how did your journey in this stand-up get started?
Oof, that was about some time ago. I started when I was watching stand-up comedy in Spanish. I decided I wanted to do something like that. There was a Mexican comedian who had a joke about my favorite artist, and I cracked.
Steve Aoki?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, wow. So it's connected to the stand-up as well.
As
his
well,
music.
yeah, he is very important to me. Yeah, a very important part of my life. And he said a joke about it, and he never said his name, but I was like, I knew he was talking about him. I got a chance to ask him if it was an actual joke about him, and he was like, yeah, because he was like a very famous DJ, and so everybody could like tell, and you know the difference, the references of him. And I was like, I think I want to try that, but it took me some time because
What was the first step after you decided I want to try it? How did you get started?
it took me like a year and a half to go on an actual open mic.
Yeah.
And then I did a workshop online with a Mexican stand-up comedian during the pandemic. Yeah, when we thought it was going to be just like a couple of weeks.
Uh-huh.
And I started doing that, and then I got to meet people from many cities, and we did workshops online. And then after the pandemic calmed a little bit, I started doing open mics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so when you started, did you start in Spanish?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah.
was the scene already, I mean, that was about 5 or 6 years ago, so there's a pretty big scene here
Yeah.
already.
Yes, there was. Because I did, there was something called like a secret open mic where people would go, it was a warehouse. And so we would do it at a warehouse, and then it was like the biggest stars. They already had Netflix specials, YouTube specials there, and we would do them. We would do the open mic there.
Cool. That's kind of intimidating, though,
Yeah.
no? When you're just starting out and you're like, oh, I know that person. They're famous.
Yeah, like I have a picture with like really big people, like and me in the middle.
Yeah.
And some people were like, who's this person? Not like in a mean way, but it was like, yeah, of course, like they've been doing this for years, and I was just like literally starting, like doing my third or fourth open mic, and they would be like, okay, I mean, welcome, but weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it exciting and fun at the time? Where you like, did you try it and you're like, I want to do this, or were you like, I don't know?
No, once I went on stage, it was on October 11, 2020.
Okay.
I decided I wanted to do it the most
Oh, that was right in the pandemic, so these are really secret shows.
Yeah, I remember, and I still have those documents. You needed to sign up like I don't know if it was like an NDA where you needed to say
like a non-disclosure.
like I am healthy, and people I am healthy, and I won't be contagious, so people could let you in.
Was the audience wearing masks?
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody.
And
had to
the
wear a
comedian
mask.
could take off the mask
The comedian could take off the mask, but also it was at the same time where we had like some sort of condoms for the mic.
on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's just spitting on the mic.
Yep, and we had like this thing on it, and then we like had the Lysol on stage. We literally had to spray it every time that we
For
went
the
on.
love of the game,
Yeah.
people, you have to really love it when you're like, I'm
Exactly.
gonna go out in a pandemic and
Yeah.
make it happen.
So actually, one of like most of the pictures that I have with other comedians, all of us are wearing masks.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it's like, is this actually? Yeah, you can tell.
You're never gonna figure out what year it was. You know,
No,
you're like,
not
"Oh,
at the time. They probably didn't recognize me.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun times.
So what made you decide also, I'm not just going to do it in Spanish, but I'm also going to do it in English and start an English scene here?
Well, I started with booking for a comedy club that doesn't exist anymore. And I proposed, like, hey, maybe we should do that in English. And they were like, yeah, sounds like it. But they didn't think there was going to be a lot of people who wanted to do that. And I was like, okay, well, that's it. Then that place closed. And then I found another place so we can start doing the open mic. And that's how Funny Girl started.
Okay.
And once I started doing the Funny Girl in Spanish, it was just an open mic because there was no show. Because I also told myself, like, how am I supposed to put on a show if I don't know, like, who, like, the bigger stars are already there. They already know and they have their own shows. But if we want to make it bigger, we need to have more people trying their jokes and see if they work. So it was my idea to start working on an open mic first before starting with a show.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happened, I told this person that runs the place where we still have the open mic, and I told him like maybe we can start doing it like once a month, see how many people comes and see how it goes, and yeah, it was on July 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
I went to one of the early shows, but I think it was later. I think it was like 2022 or 2023 in like a cafe
Yeah.
in maybe Navarte. I'm
Yes.
not sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That was later.
That was later, a couple years later.
Yes.
Alright.
That's how we started having a show once we were kind of prepared to do a show.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, but more people coming because of the first mic I remember it was actually Spanglish, because there was people who spoke English, but there were no native speakers, and most of us were like, we're gonna do it in English because that's what we're looking for. And when I did it, like when I went on stage, I did like 3 minutes. I was not even ready to do the 5. But yeah, that's how it started, July 2021. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been here for 10 years. And 10 years ago when I got here, there were not that many foreigners, not that many gringos. I mean, there were some, but it wasn't nearly as big of a community as now. You know, I guess post-pandemic, people started to come. And did you recognize, like, oh, the foreign population is growing here, I want to start a show for them? Or is it more just like, let's do it in English because stand-up, you could go all over the world in English?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, when I started doing English, it was so crazy because I studied at a summer program at the Oregon State University. Okay. And there was a person who asked me, tell me a dream that you have. And I told her I wanted to stand up. And she told me, it was like, but nothing academic, nothing that has to do with money, nothing that makes you feel like you need to accomplish it, something like a dream, something that you will say like, oh, this will be nice, not thinking about the other factors. And I told her I wanted to stand up in English. And then I realized when I tell her that I'm doing stand up, she needs to understand me. So I think I might do it in English because I don't only want her, but also other friends that I made while I was traveling, while I was learning English. I want them to understand me. And I always say at the show, like, I had so many things to say, one language was not enough. But at some point, when this phenomenon of like more people and were coming, were started living here, was like, okay, well, this perfect timing because it's working for us. Yeah. But it was not the first motto.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's neat. Do you notice a difference between like your stand-up in Spanish and your stand-up in English?
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely.
What is the sort of differences that you
First
see?
of all, I've been a teacher for most years of my life. I was like actually half and half. I've been not a teacher for half my life, and I've been a teacher for half my life.
And an English teacher?
Yes, I teach English. And I wanted my students to come see me at some point, or, you know, like just speak and whatever jokes I had to say, and that they were going to be able to see them and understand them. So it needed to be family friendly, right? In Spanish. But in English, I guess I am darker with my jokes in English.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming out from the other way where, you know, at home I speak Spanish and I joke, obviously, and with friends I joke. But when I get on stage, I go back to my natural language. And I think I'm way more comfortable making like dark jokes or sexual jokes in my natural language because I understand like the nuances a little better. Whereas you're kind of like, the other way around. It's like no one can understand what I'm talking about in English. Well, not no one, but like your students maybe.
Exactly, not the people from my first context. I mean, and I don't think I say something that I would regret because I guess that's also very important for me. But I mean, I don't talk about like the serial killer in my Spanish jokes. And the way like I portrayed him as like he didn't choose me when I wanted to be chosen like that. I don't talk about that.
Yeah. Would you say you're a family-friendly comic? Like
in Spanish, yes.
In Spanish, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that, you know, like it's not because I'm doing it to reach other, like bigger audiences, but I've noticed if you were getting invited to certain kinds of parties, like I have had the chance to be part of corporate gigs, and they want to hear clean comedy. They don't want to hear anything, you know, like that. It's a corporate show, so you need to take care of that. Yeah. And also, like I've done corporate shows for schools, and like I'm literally a teacher, so I know all of the things that they have been going through. So, and they're still clean. They're still like, it's not that I'm saying sex jokes or like bad words even. Because I don't like that. I don't feel like I should do that.
Yeah, and it's also not necessarily like your personality
No.
so much. Like you're not. It's not
And-
like you're like restricting yourself from doing something you want to do. It's
No.
just kind of your.
Another comedian friend of mine who also he does sometimes comedy in English told me like it is already part of your personality because you talk to teenagers and young adults all the time, so you don't want to hear your teachers swear.
Yeah.
That will be super weird.
Now they find you on Instagram and they're like, oh my God, teacher Mariana.
Exactly. No, so I don't think I like to do that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the scene in Spanish here, because I mean this is one of the biggest cities in Latin America.
Yes.
I don't know the scene that well because I don't do it in Spanish, but I imagine it's really big.
Yes.
What's the vibe like in the Spanish scene?
It is very big and it's growing. It's still growing. Like you could tell like there's still people who want to do stand up. There's people who offer workshops and classes and master classes and people are still want to come to do that. And I guess that's cool because like new generations have like different styles of humor, and whatever works for you as a millennial doesn't work for this like younger audiences, but also for older people. Because okay, so stand-up has not been a thing in Mexico City, like in Spanish for so much time. And it was just like a very, very niche activity. And very like young people would do like very specific neighborhoods. But now they're expanding to other areas that were not like naturally be attracted to this kind of entertainment. So that's why it's also important for me that if I want to have like elders over, like like adults mayores who already have their pension and they want to hang out, they can come see a stand-up comedy show, and they're not going to listen to some guy talking about sex jokes, which they're not going to be like related to.
Unless it's an open mic, then they're probably going to have to.
Yeah, they will probably have to. But I guess it's opening to more audiences because we are a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
We are many comedians. I don't know, like I couldn't even tell you a number in the city. We're probably like thousands.
And do many of them tour the country?
No.
It's more based here.
Yes, like people who come, like probably you would go on tours if you sign up for a festival in another state, or if you like I'm gonna visit my family in Aguascalientes and try to find someone who runs things on Aguascalientes.
Yeah.
But no, it's not necessarily like that.
I feel like since the pandemic, stand-up's blown up like all over the world. Definitely in the U.S. there's been sort of a surge of popularity of stand-up and podcasts, and maybe podcasts are helping to popularize it.
Definitely, yeah.
I also kind of looked at stand-up, and I don't think this is the only way to look at it, but almost like a way to practice free speech.
Yeah.
Like the ultimate art form where like I can say what I want. If it's not funny and I bomb, I feel like shit, but like this right to like kind of get up and express your opinion.
Yes, I guess I agree with you. Yeah. Like you can say things, but sometimes even though you like if it's an open mic, it's an open mic, and you can listen to a very huge range of opinions and experiences and things. That's also very rich. That's also very rich because as you were mentioning, like it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have the same point of view, but if you have like an open mind, you can like listen and be like, oh, okay, I didn't think about it and I don't agree with this, but
that's funny and they have a good angle.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it gets people a little less defensive about their opinions. And I've noticed too, like sometimes I think I have a really strong opinion and I do like a set on it. It's like, well, maybe that's not really that funny or really not that interesting, or like I start to rethink my own opinion.
Yeah, because that's also it also works both ways, no?
Yeah.
If I'm listening to you and also you're listening to yourself out loud, and like, okay, if was I really committed to the thing that I say, or was I saying it just because I thought it was going to be funny?
Yeah.
And that's, I guess it is a very important process of learning about your own style and about your own jokes.
Yeah. And sometimes like a joke is funny, but I don't think that's really true or important. And other times it's something that's really true. I'm like, that wasn't funny at all.
Funny,
but when they both hit and you're like, oh, that was true and funny, it's like, that's fun.
And that makes you feel very powerful. But I guess it's not something that you get to learn like right ahead. like right away. Sorry, it's something that you need to learn. The more you go on stage, the more you write, the more you talk to other people, the more you see their reactions, and be like, are you gonna be this kind of person? Like, and how do you feel saying those things? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, how do you feel
How do
saying
you
those
feel?
things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it takes a different level of courage to think a lot of crazy shit, but you get up in front of 30 people. It's like,
Exactly.
how does that make you feel?
Yeah. Exactly. So that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But the more you practice, the more you're used to it, and then you like discover, okay, I'm gonna go here, I'm not gonna go there, because in the end, like the most important thing that a person can have, like can share, is their own perspective. So, but you have to be okay with sharing that perspective, not just trying to be funny or trying to comply. Like, just they want to hear this, I'm gonna say this. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is kind of the. There are other types of comics, right? There's people who do characters, and like there's someone in our scene that does characters. I'm like, this is awesome. I love your characters.
Shout out Zachary, yeah.
Yes, shout out to Zachary. He's been crushing it.
Yeah.
But that's less common. Like in 2026, for people to go up and like have a character, it's more common where we're kind of expressing our personal opinions and our lives and experiences. Yeah. What is your writing process like?
I don't know, like it depends, I guess. I don't feel very committed to write like I'm gonna do this specific amount of words or a specific amount of time. But whenever I see something or I experience something, I just write the idea, and then try to write what are the key points are, why do I think it's funny, how does that connect to my personal history, and then try to go out on stage. But I don't like writing full sentences.
Just like concept
bullets.
Ideas, punchline or a beat.
And then when I already did it, I go back and be like, okay, so I felt this way. I'm going to try to change this word. I'm going to try to change this energy. And that's how I do it. But I don't like to write. At the beginning, I did. At the beginning, I have like a whole script of the things that I wanted to say. And it worked out for me very well. But I don't need that process anymore.
Do you feel like the script can make it like restrict you when you get on stage if you're just kind of reciting a script?
Yes, but at the beginning it made me feel very safe because I already knew where I was going to, and once I was like, yes, this is okay, but I can still like cover these points and have fun on stage. It doesn't really matter if it's in order or if it's like the same structure. I'm just gonna say what I have to say. And like being the main point, and then just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have fun with it, it feels like structure. It feels like a TED talk, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think in one of my early sets, afterwards I thought, I was like, you sound like a TED talk. Like you just went up and gave those people a lecture. What are you doing? Like there were jokes in there, but the vibe and the flow had no sort of natural presence to it.
If you have a script, you'll feel a little restricted.
Yeah.
Because something that I didn't understand, but now I really enjoy is that I laugh at the things that I say. Like it's so stupid, and then I start laughing because I think it is actually very stupid.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. Sometimes, and people will react to it, and you're like, sure, if you think so. But sometimes, like, I'm enjoying it already here, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and it lets the audience know that like you're having fun, which is kind of one of the main points, right, of having a good time.
And also I noticed another thing, that like when I believe something strongly, I talk very fast and very passionately. I'm like, that's exactly what happened, I'm telling you. And that's also funny.
So after you like come up with a new joke or a couple new concepts, what's your process from there? Where do you go? You go to an open mic? How does it sort of work its way forward?
Yes, I try to go to an open mic. I try to talk to friends and be like, hey, I've been having this. And they could be like, well, because that's the thing again, like only a person with my perspective, with my history, with the kind of things that I've lived or the experiences that I share on stage, I was like, this joke is particularly funny because of that previous context. So that's how it's like just building on the things that I already have. And then go to the open mic, see how I feel about it, how I feel sharing it, and then edit it. But like just going through other shows, going to mics, going to be like, okay, so this is not working, maybe I should just cut it out. And then some of they stick, some of they don't. And also depends, because not all the time I'm feeling like, yes, I'm very hopeless and I want to die. But I wrote some things that could be funny when I feel like that, but some days I don't feel like it.
Yeah, what you feel like doing sometimes as
Mm-hmm.
well. And do you watch like video recordings of yourself and then edit it, or is it like editing it just kind of like, oh, that part didn't work, let me just
Yeah,
rework that?
yeah, more like that. I don't like seeing the videos. I just like to listen to myself and
Uh,
to see how okay, this worked, this didn't. Maybe next time I'm gonna try it like this, and if it doesn't work out, maybe I don't need it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see well, first of all, like starting up an English comedy scene here, what were some of the issues in the beginning? Was it very difficult to get people? Was it hard to find a space? What were some of your struggles early on?
I don't think it was difficult to find a space. At the time, we found a place who was very aligned with what we wanted to do. And I remember the first show, the audience member was my mom and my seal.
Yeah. Shout out to the seal. You want to
Shout out to
introduce
the
the seal?
Yeah, his name is Silverio, and I adopted him in 2011.
Okay. Oh,
And
he's like 15 years old.
11. No, 19, sorry. 19, 20.
19. Okay.
Yeah. And he's been coming with me to everything I do. His work, some countries as well. He's been. But yeah, at the beginning, because people didn't know that there was this going on, and then I just started trying to publish, and then I don't have any idea on how social media works. But I started doing an Instagram account and telling other people, and then these other people will tell other people, and starting going to language exchanges, telling people about the show, trying to make friends in different places, and that's how it's been working. And there's been very consistent people who have been coming up and been spreading the word.
Yeah.
And also when I had a chance to go to other places, like, hey, we have a comedy scene in Mexico City, they were like, do you? And yes, we do. Sometimes people from other countries and cities come and be like, yeah, so you got this. So can I go on stage? And that's very rewarding.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen some people come from the
Yeah.
States, from California, New York, a guy from Ireland.
Yes, there's literally from many, many places of the world. Also, when you have the chance when I have had the chance to be given the space in other countries, and they're very friendly, very welcoming, so I guess we should do the same, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
See? And it enriches our community, because when you see other styles, when you see other people, and they see us like, oh, okay, now I understand. Our audience is very different from other audiences.
Yeah.
There's a show that I had a chance to be part of that it was very, very, very similar to our audience here, but it was at a hostel in Canada.
Okay, a hostel, that makes sense. Because our audience has a hostel vibe, because you never know who's going to be there and from where are they from.
No, and that's very, very, very rich. That's crazy. Because we have people, I don't remember if you were there, but sometimes, some nights we have all American audience. Some other nights we have all European audience. Mm-hmm. We have all Mexican audience sometimes, and they speak English. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it makes it interesting as far as the jokes, because sometimes if you have a very niche joke that works for an American audience, and then the whole front row is from Ireland, it's
And that has happened a lot.
Yeah.
And that's also the reason, I guess, this works literally everywhere. Because if you go to, I don't know, let's say you go for some reason you end up being in France, you already know that you don't have to say jokes specifically for them, and that your experiences are worldwide common to them, and you can share that.
Yeah, you have to kind of create at least some universal material, because even if you make jokes about Mexico City, sometimes the audience has been here for 3 days.
Exactly.
So they don't even know there's traffic or that people don't stop at the red light.
Refrigerador. They probably didn't hear it.
They probably hear it, but I don't.
Yeah.
They haven't soaked it in enough to.
And also, there's no way for you to know that, because unless you are at the door and asking, where are you guys from, how long have you been living here, no. You have 10 minutes to go on stage and make the best of those 10 minutes. Whatever. We had a person coming from Guam.
From Guam.
I don't even know where Guam is.
Yeah. Shout out to Guam.
Shout out to Wham. Thanks for coming. I really love you being here.
Yeah, I remember one night there were a couple of dudes from Japan.
Yeah. Australia.
Yeah.
Ecatepec.
Ecatepec. Oh, good transition. Perfect. I wanted to ask you, so you grew up in Ecatepec or in the area, in el estado?
Okay, so this is how it happened.
Break it down.
I was born in Mexico City. Allegedly to my mom, I was born we used to live 3 blocks away from Frida Kahlo's house.
Okay, in Coyoacán.
In Coyoacán, yeah. And then my parents took bad decisions, and then we went to live to Ecatepec. Well, not Ecatepec. It's my neighborhood is 3 blocks from Ecatepec.
Okay.
It is called Coacalco. But I always say Ecatepec because it's more recognizable and more spottable. It's also like the biggest municipio in Estado de México. And yeah, very challenging one. That's where I started my university, and that's how I started working like formally in a school. Okay. And that's why I owe my heart to Ecatepec.
Nice. Tell people that like have no idea what el Estado de Mexico is, what Ecatepec is. Like what was like the vibe like growing up? What's it?
So it is around it's like the suburban area. So it's like a dorm city. Like a place where people go to work to Mexico City, and they just come back home to sleep.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm from Jersey, New Jersey, so
kind of
it's a full state, so it's different than Ecatepec. But a lot of people will go to work in New York or go to work in Philly, and then they come back.
So imagine, so the first struggle is that you don't have like the same kind of like professional jobs or professional careers in Ecatepec as the same opportunities you may have in the city. Now I'm a tour guide. Where am I going to take them in Ecatepec?
I don't know. Well, you told me.
Well, there's a couple of spots, but that's it.
Yeah.
And here in Mexico City, there's a lot of things to see. There's a lot of things to do. And way, like, the economy is way better. Like, fucking Ecatepec transportation fee is 14 pesos. 14 pesos. Where in Mexico City, you can have, like, a round trip at the metro or the subway or like, the metro bus. And in Ecatepec, it's just like pricier, no?
So it's actually more expensive, the transportation there.
Transportation, yeah. And then, well, there's like people like study and get ready because they know that they're going to need to work at the city. And the kind of jobs that you have here are just like basic kind of like employees, jobs, I don't know, like a cashier, like store. I mean, they're not bad, but it's very like the level in the economy is not that great. Also, well, there's a lot of problematics like social problems. Because of that, a lot of parents are not present, so there's a lot of like security issues. There's like low money, the streets are not very well taken care. So yeah, it's challenging. Yeah. And so if I wanted to do stand up at the beginning, I needed to drive. Well, not drive because I don't have a car, but I needed to take transportation for 2 hours back and forth. 2
hours. Wow.
Yeah. Had to go to take a combi, then subway or metrobus, go to the open mic. Hopefully they were going to put me on the first number so I could go back.
So you could go back right away.
Around midnight, yeah.
Yeah, that gives just people a sense too, like it's probably not that far, like kilometers.
No.
But it's Mexico City traffic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, the combis are like very uncomfortable.
I love the one thing I do like about combis is they play the best cumbias.
They do.
They bump it in there.
But you don't want to hear it if you're already in trouble for like 4 hours and you want to sleep because it's fucking midnight.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
No, I hear you.
And you don't want to do that every day.
No. Yeah, that's a hustle. So you have to really want to do this comedy thing, to come into the city so frequently and do it.
Yeah, that's like a whole concept of it. You know, like people that used to live in Estado de Mexico, I don't have any friends that are my neighbors. And most people who like we have our life here in Mexico City, our friends live here, our friends work here, our friends like or have this like a common ground. But if I wanted to have a birthday party for my own, I wouldn't have people over in my house because nobody wanted to go.
You gotta have it here.
Yeah.
And then another one with your family.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Or make them come here as well.
Make them come here as well.
Because they know. So there's a song that says like it's a reggaeton song. It says it talks about las muñecas del estado, and it literally has like we are living here, but we want to party, and if we want to party like a good places, we gotta come here.
We go to the city. That's funny. How many shows are you running right now?
4.
4 shows.
Yes.
All right, break them down for us.
So Mondays and Saturdays are Spanish, And the Monday one is an open mic that has feedback. So there's two judges that are going to tell you feedback. And it's not judges because, like, yes, you're the best one. It's not. No, it's not like that. I wanted to have this space to be more like people like listening to each other and help them work out on their routines. Because a lot of like comedians that are like present on the scene that I've been going viral on social media, they have come to our place at the Círculo 99 open mic. And then Saturday used to be an actual show, but there's a lot of like offers. Like there's a lot of people who have shows during Saturday, like bigger people and with bigger and greater marketing strategies. And that's why I turned it on into an open mic in Spanish as well. There's no feedback, but there's more audience.
And do you ever have like a feature there, or like someone do 10, or is it all
sometimes because it depends on the number of people who comes. Like this Saturday we had 6 comedians over and we did 10 minutes each.
Okay, cool.
And it was a fun mic.
Yeah. Well, that's good too for an open mic to get up and get more time.
Yeah, because I guess that's the first thing that you gotta do. Like you need to reinforce your writing, your introduction, your presenting, like all of that before going on an actual show. Or like just get ready. No, I mean I don't say that there's no people ready for that, but I guess we all want to be better.
Absolutely. And then you have 2 other shows. The other right. 2 shows are your English shows.
That's right. Well, Wednesday we have an actual show. It's called Funny Friends, because it is also. It is not that it is started like that, but it was a great chance to make people connect. Like, because if you're a visitor and you come here and then you can hang out with other people who just came to the show from other countries, it's very hostile vibe as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and that's the actual show at Bardo every Wednesday, and then on Thursdays we have an open mic in Condesa at Woco, which is one of the most important comedy clubs in Mexico City. I'm so happy that they gave us the chance to have this project with them because. Yeah, it's a very big, important space. And that's where everybody can come. Whenever we have, like, visitors coming, we tell them, nobody knows you here. You can do stand-up comedy in Mexico City.
Yeah, just give it a try.
Why not?
Yeah,
you're
when in
Vegas. You're going to come back to fucking Italy, and nobody's going to remember that. We don't even know you.
Unless we record it and put it on. Yeah, Woco has a great, like, classic comedy club vibe, which is really cool. Huh.
Very cool.
So you're also a tour guide, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this. Where are you doing tours?
Well, it all started because I didn't want to be a teacher anymore.
You got tired of being a teacher?
Not really tired of being a teacher because I like to teach. Like when I go to my language classes, like people who want to learn English, it's very fun and I know how to do that. But then I had the opportunity to be participating in an agency where this agency was looking for comedians who could tell history.
Ah, interesting. So specifically, they were looking.
Specifically, yeah. So we were 3, I guess. And it was a comedy walking tour because it was literally comedians doing a tour. And I mean, I've always liked Mexican history, so I wanted to participate in that. And then I found out that I was still teaching people, but I was still making them laugh and talking about my history, about my culture, and trying to, like, when there was people like having the wow moment at something that I told them, it was very rewarding. And now I don't do that. I mean, I still work with the agency, but we haven't done it because Zócalo is being taken over by other teachers.
Yeah, there's a big protest in Zócalo right now. Yeah.
And if it's not the teachers, it's the FIFA. So I don't know. Like, we haven't done it in a while, but I also started doing some Lucha Libre tours as well.
Lucha Libre.
Yes. I've been I was a fan, but not as huge as I started, like, learning more and more about it. And it's so much fun. Like, it's meet and greet with wrestlers, and then we go to Lucha Libre, and I get to tell you the whole history and how they all started. Why is it important? Why is it in, like, part of the Mexico City identity? And it is so much fun. Also to see people like, wow, and it's very rewarding.
It is. I remember the first time I went, I was like, this is so wild, because I was never really into, like, in the US we have WWF, and I never went to a show or anything, but the Lucha Libre, like, the stadium's small, so you're just so close, and you see how crazy athletic they are and the stuff they're doing, and everyone's just shouting like "Chinga tu madre," like saying
that's
crazy
so
shit.
fun. But also that's part of the show.
Yeah.
It needs to be, and it's what makes it so alive.
Yeah.
You're being part of the show.
You get to participate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. So how long have you been doing the Lucha Libre tours, and when do you do them?
That every time that there's a Lucha Libre show, which is like basically almost every day. Tuesday now for the summer is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Wow, they're doing it 4 times a week. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So if people see this and they want to check out a Lucha Libre tour, they can
Yes,
hit you
please.
up.
Yes, please. It's so much fun.
Absolutely. That's cool. I like the idea of a tour with comedians. Have you ever heard? There's a comedian called Tim Dillon, but I think he's very famous now. But he used to be a New York tour guide, and like occasionally old footage will come up of him on like the hop on hop off buses, and he's up top with a microphone, and like he's giving the tour, but he's talking shit and saying crazy stuff, and it's like it seems like really good practice for a comedian.
Also, some people started doing that, but they don't do it anymore. I don't know why.
Started doing the hop on hop off bus,
but in Mexico City.
Interesting.
In Spanish.
Cool.
But I don't know.
Cool. Anything else we should chat about while I have you here?
I don't know. Why am I here?
No, I'm saying
like
while I have you here, I'm trying to think if there's something else I wanted to ask you, but I mean, I guess I'd just say that as someone who just entered the comedian community here, it's a super vibrant and welcoming space, and it's full of people from all over the world, and people who are just starting, people who have been doing it for a while. So the community you put together is really, really impressive, and I hope it keeps growing, and I hope comedians from the States or from Europe, people from out of town, like if you're gonna come through Mexico City, put it on your tour stop. I think there's a big enough community here, and it's only seems to be getting bigger.
Yes, I mean I don't know what's gonna be the future like, but I'm happy with what we have done, and I'm very. I guess the feeling that I have the most is gratefulness.
Yeah.
I never imagined being part of this when I was living in Estado de México, because my life was completely different. I guess like just coming now that I live back in Mexico City, just taking the subway to get to do something that I love in less than 30 minutes and pay 5 pesos, it's something like only I could have the chance to dream about. And now being an active member of this community and being part of it, and just see other people laugh and be like, yeah, that was fun. Creating emotions in other people with our ideas, that's very rewarding.
That's very cool.
And
That's
I'm very
awesome.
happy about it.
That's awesome. I did think of one more question. I know you did like your own hour last year.
See, it's been a while since I haven't done it.
Okay. Well, how was that? How did it go? And also, did you have to, once you did that hour, was it like burning all your jokes?
No.
And then you start over?
No.
Okay.
I still, even though I did it, I still think I can add more things, and I can still be, I mean, I'm still like that hour talks about my identity as a person. I'm still that person, but I want to add more things. And what was the process like? I guess all the things that I've been doing with like the production and the Funny Girl and all the things that I started doing, and like I don't even know, but I'm just put a flyer. I don't even know, but I'm just gonna announce it and just tell it to people on Facebook and go to language changes and do it. But I also did that by myself. I took workshops, and there were people who would listen my jokes and everything, but they didn't really get what I wanted to say. They didn't really get, because at the end it was my experience. Like your experience, like even though you understand like on the logical thing, you wouldn't feel what was it like to travel on a combi for hours. And there's a very few people who are on the places where, like the place where I want to reach, that are already there. There was one comedian that I admire a lot, and he's there, and he had a very similar background. And one of the things he told me was like, if you are not going on stage without feeling hungry, don't do it. but not literally hungry.
Yeah, like a little nervous, a little excited,
Yeah.
but passionate.
Like I want to tell this so bad, and I want to shout it out, and everybody needs to know this about me. If you don't have the feeling, don't do it.
That's cool. One of the great things about comedy, and maybe it makes it different, is you have an idea, but until you get on stage, there's really nothing you can do with that idea. It's not like music. I could like record a song and put it on YouTube. It's
Nope.
like, no, I really need to bring this idea on stage.
Yeah,
It's like,
I need to tell people this.
and
Yeah.
you start feeling that desire, like, oh, I got to get to the next open mic. I got a new idea.
Yeah. And I guess when you're there is because you're actually feeling it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's also a very beautiful process because even though we are a community, it is a very individual process. You like your ideas, your experiences are completely different from other ones, and there's also ways that you can tell the same joke, and we have different styles, just the way we talk, the way we speak, the way we move.
Absolutely.
So
have you ever seen, I've seen this a few times recently, where I thought I had like an original concept, and then I'm watching Netflix, I'm like, oh shit. But sometimes the way we tell
exactly.
it is so different that I'm like, oh, I can still tell my version of the joke because it's my own perspective.
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But you realize too, like, not every idea that you have is super original.
No.
You know, like other people have also sometimes had these similar ideas.
Thoughts, yeah. And also that's good. I guess it's part of being human.
Yeah.
Because we all live, but and that's also what makes it difficult but fun at the same time. All of us have families, all of us went to school, all of us have jobs, but the things that happen at your house or your job are not the same that happen at mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how perspective changes everything.
Absolutely.
And it has to match with who you are. Because what if you told me, like, if you are a white man living with no problems with money, and you tell me like Ecatepec sucks,
I wish I could tell you that.
that will be a whole different thing.
I could say I'm a white man living, but I have to stop at the with money part.
Bueno, it was not you. It was an imaginary man.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, we all have so much in common, but then you have to really find out like who you are and what you know. This joke is really about me, and so if it's really about me, then it's not. I'm not stealing it from you. You know, I'm finding it within me and within my life.
I saw there was this I think situation that comedians, when they start, they usually talk about the things that they see on the outside, and then once they start talking about themselves, that's how they develop their own style. But it didn't happen to me.
It makes sense because it's almost easier to talk about the things outside than it is to talk about yourself. Because once you talk about yourself, you become very vulnerable. It's like, oh shit, now they know. Now they know what I was thinking. Yeah.
Pero it's part of the journey, and it's fun.
It's so much fun. Cool. Well, thanks a lot. I'm really happy to have you on to talk to you. And if anyone's listening, like, come check out all your shows. I'll put them up after this video.
Or shows.
So people can see and come through and say hello.
Yeah, so you can meet my seals in person. Well, in seal.
Keep that seal away from my chihuahua because she'll go crazy.
No, actually,
she'll
he
think
has
it's
like
her play seal.
he has a scar here.
Yeah.
It was very my
You have 2 seals?
Yes. No, actually, I have 7.
You have 7
yes,
seals?
This was given by my students. His name is Seal Lencio. And this is Silverio. I have Silvato. I have Silvestre. Cilantro. Yeah.
Cilantro.
He likes to party. That's why. Yeah.
I love it. Shout out to the seals. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Nate. It was fun.